Very warm welcome to today's workshop on RPA as a service. The topic of today's workshop is Robotic Process Automation. And we welcome all the attendees and we thank you for taking time out of your schedules to attend this workshop. And we promise to make it a good use of your time. Our speaker today will be Mr. Sunil Kumar Raja Pudota. Sunil, he has over 25 years of experience in the IT sector. And since 2018, he has been on a very successful entrepreneurial journey for an automation venture. Now, Sunil is heading the RPA practice for Cloud4C globally. And myself, I am Maninder, and I'm the marketing manager for Cloud4C Middle East. So today I'll be the moderator for this workshop. Briefly taking you through the agenda for today, we'll be covering introduction to Cloud4C RPA solutions, RPA in action, how automation really runs, RPA roadmap, and in the end, we'll take up the questions. So before I hand over the mic to Sunil, just a few housekeeping rules to keep in mind. When you'll be joining the webinar, all the attendees will be on mute. I would like you to start the session. Over to you, Sunil.
Thank you, Maninder. Thanks everyone for taking time and joining us in this particular webinar. So before I get into Cloud4C RPA solutions, I want to take time to just share a quick overview about who Cloud4C is. And I would like to take 5 minutes for this. To those who are not aware of who we are an organization born in the cloud, made for the cloud, and today we are providing end-to-end managed services, not only on our cloud platform, but any of the public cloud platforms. We are proud to serve more than 3,500 customers globally, and we have close to 60 out of the global Fortune 500 customers, and we are very thankful to each and every customer who has made this possible. When I use the word born in cloud, over the last decade, we have been serving multiple customers, and today we have the experience of managing more than 40,000 VMs. And with specific SAP, we are supporting more than 2 petabytes or more than 2,000 terabytes of HANA databases, managing more than 25,000 instances of application and databases where we have migrated them onto cloud, and more than 1 billion of managed services hours being delivered from us. All this is possible through our team, which is there. We have more than 2,000 member team, and they are all part of 23 Center of Excellences. And later during the presentation, we'll talk about RPA, which is one of the Center of Excellence which I belong to. Based out of Singapore, we today are located in 25 countries, having our point of delivery presence from 52 locations. Specifically in Middle East, we are located in 4 different parts. We are based out of Dubai from a regional headquarters standpoint. Maninder leads the marketing initiatives from that office, and we have team across the GCC area, and we are thankful for supporting us. From an expertise standpoint, specific to the public cloud, we have been working very closely with the hyperscalers. We are today an expert MSP for Azure, an advanced consulting partner for AWS, and we have 750 plus public cloud certified experts available with us, working more towards our standard methodology of delivery. This could be achieved through our robust certification processes, which we have done based on our service delivery systems. From a security standpoint, 27,000. From a business continuity, 22301. Service delivery, 20,000. We are SOC 1, SOC 2 compliant. We are delivering PCI DSS certified environments as well as quality perspective 9,000 certified. Not just from a delivery certifications, from a platform certifications, from an SAP specific, we have a large certified team, and we as an organization are certified from infrastructure, from application management, from HANA operations, as well as cloud delivery model. We are certified, as I've spoke in the previous slide, on the public cloud platforms as well. We have been announced as the partner of the year by Microsoft for this financial year, and we have the leadership of Microsoft commending our efforts which we have put in while delivering services of both migration as well as management of the environments. As an organization, customers have chosen us because we are able to deliver a comprehensive solution across any cloud platform, ensure that not just from an infrastructure standpoint, taking care from the application which you are hosting on that infrastructure, maintaining a compliance driven secure infrastructure, ensuring that we deliver intelligent operations using our AI ops vertical, ensuring that we have automated the delivery as well as operations, focusing on business continuity by making DR as part of our environments. And this is something which has been accepted and looked up by customers as one of our strengths in delivering our services. They are Middle East has been one of our great region, and we have been growing significantly over the last 5.5 to 6 years. We are since when we have been present, we have added, and these are few of our prestigious customers whom we are proud to serve, and we are thankful to each one of them for supporting us in making our investments in Middle East more stronger and more robust. RPA all about, and why should anyone learn what RPA is? RPA is a short form for Robotic Process Automation, and objective of RPA is to automate organizational business processes. That what it means is any process which is run by a human having a system to system interconnect. That means if a person is interacting with a software, an ERP or a web or any other tool, RPA will simulate that environment while and acting or mimicking the way a human does with that particular application software. So that is what a RPA is. It is mimicking and ideal for processes which are high volume and highly repetitive. So it can give create many few hours for your team members by removing those low intelligent manual tasks which are high volume and repetitive. And what it gives is your team having the ability to spend more time on a qualitative work rather than just doing basic data entry with little validations. Another key area, rather more than volume and repetition, compliance and governance is one key element wherein we can identify the root of each and every data, and we can ensure that the entire process being done is compliant to the organization cross standard operating procedure, and there's a governance surrounding the entire data and showing how the RPA can be put up into action. Last but not the least, we are seeing accuracy and timely completion being the objective of why RPA is put up in a customer set. And key drivers for this is the cost pressure and the expectations from your management trying to manage your growth. Either it can be growth, as we all can see in this challenging times, it can be up or down. How well can we manage this growth, which is become difficult and challenging in this period? And what are the new technologies which can be used as an organization in your new digital transformation journey? And more importantly, the regulations are playing a key role why customers are looking at RPA as one of the tools to meet your organization's objectives. That is what a brief about RPA is. RPA is not completely a new evolution. It has come gradually over the period. Earlier, when we have initiated as organizations 25, 30 years back, you would have had an organization having a shared services model wherein all the processes were centralized and it used to be providing services for different functions. Later, it moved into an outsourced model where we have a BPO or an ITO kind of a outsourcing being seen. Afterwards, we have seen organizations who have gone global and became multinational, standardizing their processes from a global perspective. Even though the processes are global, locally deployed. So there is a standardization which has come up. And to increase the productivity, we have seen customers implementing scripting based automation, which is what we call business process management. That is something which we have seen starting from 2010 onwards. And from 2017 onwards, people were looking at automating this business process in a much more structured manner, which is an orchestrated, which can be managed much more efficiently. So this is what led to the evolution of RPA as a journey. And after RPA, we are seeing intelligent RPA coming in. When I use the word intelligent RPA, whatever deployment of RPA which has been done by the customer, it starts learning by itself. And after learning, all the exceptions, all the changes, all the errors are learned by the RPA itself, and it becomes more intelligent and tries to become self sufficient as much as possible. Cognitive, which is more to do with your documents and anything which is OCR and ICR related. That is the cognitive intelligence which we are building in, as well as building intelligence from a business process exception. That is a brief about what RPA is. I would like to share what we as an organization and specifically what we as Cloud4C RPA division does. We are a strong team working with customers, and our focus is to be your partner in your digital transformation journey by using software robots or RPA as one of the tools to achieve digital transformation. That is our objective. And in achieving that, our services delivery model is based on the philosophy of working with customer all the way from feasibility analysis, wherein we spend time with the customer to understand your process, validate the level of automation which it can be achieved, and show what are the benefits you as an organization can accrue. And once we have listed out the processes, we as an organization work with you and put up one proof of concept wherein you as an organization can see the benefits of automation. And after you see the benefits, here we pull in not just that particular functional division, but also representatives from other functional units so that they also can see how their processes can be benefited in case automation is incorporated into their processes. Once the processes are identified and we have done a demonstration to the satisfaction of the organization then they give us the go ahead to implement it, wherein we implement the entire scenario for you. And here I would like to break out wherein we have two different models. Model one is after implementation. We have the model one of we implement, do a knowledge transfer to your team, and provide you support whenever you have any changes or additions to be made. That is what we have the model one, which is the one time delivery or implementation model plus support system for changes or any additions. We being born in a cloud company, we have added the second model wherein we not just implement the entire automation, but we also operate the automation for you. After automating, we also ensure that we add the intelligence into the process and focus all the time on process improvement along with you and deliver this particular solution. This is our delivery models, two of them. One is a implementation with knowledge transfer. Second model, which is implement, operate, and be running for you. Now, the second model, the logic is we are paid based on outcomes, and I would like to highlight after a couple of minutes. We are partners for UiPath, Automation Anywhere, and the intelligent RPA of SAP, wherein we use the platform, one of these platform to deliver solutions to the customer. Now the customer asks me, why are you showing us three platforms? Can you suggest one platform? The reason why we are showing three platforms is similar to the cloud world, wherein we are a partner to Azure, we are a partner to AWS as well as GCP. Customer, if he has any preference, as I have seen, customers are 50% well versed, 50% having a basic understanding. In case you already have done the due diligence and have chosen one of these particular three platforms, we are competent to deliver on that platform. Otherwise, if you are platform agnostic, we will choose the right platform which will meet the process. Objective is to deliver these seven pillars of automation. These seven pillars include accuracy, productivity, all the way to agility. These are the benefits which are measurable by your organization. And while we are doing the feasibility study itself, we come up with the metrics and the SLAs and the KPIs for each of these seven deliverables. And we, as an organization, have decided that if an automation process does not provide or produce at least five of these seven deliverables, we will not even automate that process. It can be run in the traditional way itself because automation has to result in benefit to the customer and not just as another software deployed. In the second model of operate, managed, and process improvement, which is our delivery model. Customers pay us based on the outcomes accrued from these seven deliverables. Based on the KPIs and the SLAs which we have signed with the customer. These are one thing which is adding value, wherein customers are happy that they don't need to invest anything upfront. They are going to be paying based on the benefits accrued by them. This is what we have coined as RPA as a service. And coming from the cloud era, we are very committed to this model without ignoring the fact that many customers are also interested in implementation and knowledge. This particular automation we have deployed in multiple customers and across all the functional areas, starting from finance to the IT services. These are our deployment capabilities, and we have deployed across all customer segments, starting from healthcare all the way up to banking and finance. This is a bit brief about our automation services division, and this is our motherhood when we are talking to any of our customers in our delivery model. And why should a customer look at us as their partner for RPA? Is we have a strong certified RPA team, and they are blessed with domain experts who, when they are talking to the customer, talk in the same language of the functional owners of the organization. When we are talking to the finance vertical within an organization, our finance consultants come in so that the customers' inputs are taken and understood much better than a technical person trying to understand the financial process. So this has given a very good understanding for the customer that whatever it tells is properly grasped by the organization here, and we are able to add value to your process by putting in functional consultants, not just the domain experts, as I mentioned earlier about our SAP practice or the Oracle practice, we take support from the functional and the technical consultants from the SAP and the Oracle practice, wherein they, along with our domain experts and our certified developers, work towards optimizing the entire process and ensure as a combination we have delivered upwards of 100 processes and more than 20 customers RPA across all the functions. As I have mentioned, I have highlighted few of the processes here, and finance across the customers. Finance has been the first or the early adopter along with materials management. Why does finance or supply chain or materials management are the early adopters? Because they have the volume, they have the standard operating procedures, and they also have the documentation which can be easily made into an automated environment, and you can quickly see the benefits for this particular product. That is something which we have seen. And after finance and materials management, we see HR to be adding RPA into their employee quality enhancement. And that is something which we have seen where the employee's experience has been much better after deploying RPA. Sales, specifically in the distribution and in the stock movements, sales order automation and order booking, which is an organization's priority, they are the ones who are early adopters as well. IT has been a silent adopter across all the time we see IT getting their job done. That is a brief about what we are and what we have been doing. Process which we have deployed. The objective of the showing the process is not to share the process, but more to show our capability of customizing the entire automation based on your organization requirements. This particular process is non-standard process, which is specific to a dairy vertical in SAP, where it involves 7 T codes all the way from the raw milk to the dispatch system, wherein we customized for 7 T codes and 17 validations with exception handling, and we have made the entire process standardized to ensure that we as an organization could show benefit to the customer. That is what we were trying to achieve, and we could see the customer getting a huge amount of benefit in the process. This is a standard process, which is invoice workflow process. What here we have done is starting all the way from extraction of data from the invoice, checking the data accuracy, checking the quantities. In case there are any changes which are found or non-conformancies found, alerts are sent to admin to validate that. Once those validations are approved, they are corrected and then uploaded into the system. So there are multiple steps which we have taken to ensure that all the data captured from the invoice is validated against your ERP. And once the data is correct and approved, it then goes into the ERP and a document is created both from a inward registry as well as from the payment posting as well. This is one of the standard process wherein all the steps, all the way from processing the invoice using OCR, all the way up to sending a confirmatory email to the administrator. There are multiple steps involved. All are auto learned to ensure that each and every invoice is properly validated. Too much of content, so the clarity might be missing on this. We will be sharing this slide to you. Another workflow which we have seen very non-significant from many perspectives, but the relevance has increased significantly with compliance coming in. Many customers send their emails to their end customers using application SMTP gateways. However, with end customers using Gmail as one of their tool have been not getting the delivery receipts because Gmail by default stops the delivery receipts. So we do not have a mechanism of capturing all the bounced back emails. Now, this process was done by an institution which was very focused on sending reports to their end customers over an email. Now, if the email has bounced back for varied reasons, starting from first reason where it could be have been bounced back because it has been treated like a spam. So immediately we can talk to our IT team and whitelist our emails. User not existed, so we can clean up our databases. So these are some ways of ensuring that there are 17 ways which we have identified on how to read a bounced back email. And using this, we can ensure that all the emails sent by the application is being delivered to the end customer. And while delivery is done, our internal systems are also corrected and ensuring that the database sanity check is also done. This is one way of how we are implementing. And another way where we have seen lot of adoption coming in, requests coming in is Robo acting as an application API. So you must be seeing that you have been asked to interface with third-party applications, and more applications are coming into your scenarios. So rather than getting a API build, which usually takes 6 to 9 months based on the complexity, RPA is used as a quick fix, and not just as a quick fix, based on the support which you are getting. Many a times you don't even look at API as the long term solution, but RPA has been used by customers, wherein you have to extract data from third party portals, upload data from on third party portals. This can be belonging to your customers, to your suppliers, or regulatory bodies. All this is outsourced to a robot. This is one way of looking at it. And you can also look at RPA being used as one of the social media workflow automation. You have seen lot of users using Twitter or Instagram to post their views about you. Now, as an organization, you have multiple handles, all the way from CEO to the organization handle itself. A person can put his comment any of this handle, but we as an organization have to ensure that each and every ticket is taken care of. To eliminate duplicacy, the robo fetches information from all the handles, extracts all that tweets, removes all the duplicates, and assign a number to each and every ticket or a tweet, and then ensure that each tweet is read, validated, and responded with a concerned person being assigned to it. So there is a response which every tweet gets from the organization. So it can be a citizen, or it can be your end customer, or it can be someone who is tweeting. They will feel that this organization knows and cares for those tweets which are posted on. Another area is from the IT standpoint, where not just from a functional area, robots are used within the organization. We as an organization have deployed this in Cloud4C, wherein we support many customers, and this specific is for the HANA Enterprise Cloud, where we support customers and may manage the entire landscape. Earlier, we used to have the technical landscape owner, also known as TLO, who is a basis engineer, usually L2 or L3. He runs 22 T codes to extract the health status, analyze it, document it, and send it to the customer on a daily basis. Now there are 175 customers and there are multiple SIDs. So if you are going to do this, it is going to pile up as a backlog and add more and more people working on this. So we have implemented in our own environment, where we have made the robo run the 22 T codes, analyze each and every data, create the report, and send it to the end customer. This is what has been outsourced, and we have seen there's been a great amount of work which has been created for the TLO, wherein he has a lot of free hours which he could use for something more qualitative rather than doing the repetitive task. This is what we have done our own self, not just from the SAP, even from our own data centers. We have done automation, wherein we have close to 7 data centers here in India, and now located multiple locations. We are taking data from the real-time environments from data centers and ensuring that we know what is happening across our data center footprint. HR has been using automation. Payroll is one aspect, might not be relevant to organizations who already have an integrated system, but those organizations who have multiple systems like a biometric system, a HRMS system, as well as an ERP system, which has not yet been integrated. The robo acts as an integration tool across these multiple systems wherein it checks an employee's presence in the organization, not just from the attendance or the HRMS or the ERP tool, but also from the Active Directories or your LDAP servers to check whether the employee has been working for the organization all through the month, and in any exceptions found, which might be of legitimate reasons, the mails are sent to the employee and their manager, get a validation. After all the validations are completed, the report is sent to HR for their verification. After validation from HR, it is sent to accounts, and after accounts validates and sends it to bank, a payslip is generated by the robo and sent to all the customers. This is a workflow where organizations have not integrated multiple systems, and you can see RPA can enable those organizations to integrate and give a standardized output which can be validated, ensured, corrected, and then taken forward. These are the tasks which has been spoken about by me. Since the uh, words are not clearly visible, I am just spoken about it earlier. Last but not the least, this is one area where RPA has seen a lot of importance. Customers start RPA adoption through business process automation, but they are seeing a huge amount of benefits by using RPA for their MIS reports. RPA has been used extensively for MIS reports because it reduces the time of senior management of running the VLOOKUPs, pivot tables, running across multiple Excel sheets, merging multiple things. So all this is offloaded to a robo. It knows that you have a standard template which you are using. It populates your standard template based on the logic given by you. And once this is done, it reduces the time in 35 times. It's 35x performance increase in your MIS reports, and it will be sent to you at a scheduled time as per the requirement. Now, this is one benefit which we have seen been not started to begin with, but at the end, these are the benefits which customers are seeing using RPA. Thank you for giving me time to share our RPA's divisions overview and how we at Cloud4C can be a partner in your digital transformation journey.